Hello, it's Dan, and on today's partial recall, I'm going to try and remember North by Northwest. Alright, I do own this movie. I've seen it, I think, 3 times. I remember real specific things about it. So, Cary Grant is in it, and he plays... his character, his name isn't Thornhill, but everybody keeps thinking he's Thornhill, and that's the whole gist of the movie, is that he's been pegged as the wrong guy, and it's not actually him, but he keeps getting embroiled further and further into this conspiracy of sorts. But I distinctly remember him, like, people thinking he's Thornhill, like, no, I'm not Thornhill, I'm not Roger Thornhill.
My name is Thornhill, Roger Thornhill.
And that's like all I remember him doing this whole movie, just being like, now look here.
And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here?
And being like, you know, you've got the wrong guy.
So obviously your friends picked up the wrong package when they bundled me out here in the car.
So he's in the city, I want to say it's New York City, where he gets wrapped up in this to begin with. I don't even remember what the conspiracy is, just that people, like, maybe he gets passed a note or something, and he's utterly perplexed and befuddled by it.
I've never even been in Pittsburgh.
He's told something about the UN, goes to the UN, and while he is there, a guy like walks up to him, and while they're about to talk, or he's talking, that guy gets a knife thrown in his back, and he's and like you think he's surprised at first, but no, you realize he's been stabbed in the back, and he lumps over into Cary Grant's arms, and Cary Grant is like, what's happening here? And then he notices this guy has a knife in his back, and he's like grabbing it to like, oh God, should I like take this out? Right as like a photograph gets taken, so all you see is him like stabbing the guy. Very inconvenient for Cary Grant. And then he goes on the run because he's wanted for murdering this UN guy. And somehow that means he has to go to Mount Rushmore. So on his way to South Dakota, he like takes a bus, gets out in the field, and of course that's the famous like plane scene where he's running away from the plane and has to like dive into the dirt, and the plane like buzzes over him trying to kill him. But eventually he makes it to Mount Rushmore, and then while he's in South Dakota, he's in the diner, the cafeteria of the visitor center, because I've actually been there, and it's the exact same place. And somebody he's supposed to meet there gets shot. And it's funny because a little known fact: if you're watching that scene, there's a little kid eating in the background, and he starts to plug his ears because they've done multiple takes of this scene, and he knows a blank is going to get fired. So before anything happens, there's just this random little kid in the back. He's like, eh. So somebody gets shot at. He goes to like a house that's on top or like slightly behind Mount Rushmore. And I still don't remember what the conspiracy is, but they still think he's this guy. And at this point, he's adopted the character, and he's like, yes, I am Roger Thornhill. I was coming here for the information we were going to talk about.
Suppose I tell you I not only know the exact time you're leaving the country tonight, but the latitude and longitude of your rendezvous and your ultimate destination.
And there's like a chase on top of the heads of Mount Rushmore. And the guy who's chasing him falls off. And that's like, he dies, and that's it. Like, you hear what it's about, but I don't remember why they think he's Thornhill. I remember so many specific visuals in scenes and events, and have literally no idea why they're after Thornhill, why they think he's Thornhill. And there may not be a reason. It may be something as stupid as like, yeah, Thornhill was supposed to meet us at the airport, and we thought it was you, so boop, 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 boop. Otherwise, there's nobody else of note in it that I can think of. Like, he's got a female lead in it, but I can't think of who it is. It's probably a Vivian Leigh or something, but I don't think it is. Yeah. It's a great movie, though. I just can't remember, you know, why it all happens.
And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here?
Okay, so he was Thornhill. He wasn't Kaplan. Yeah. Oops.